In 2003, Michael Jackson attempted to repair his public image by allowing British journalist Martin Bashir to film a documentary about his personal life called Living with Michael Jackson. But instead of helping Michael's image, the documentary would become the beginning of one of the most controversial criminal cases in entertainment history. During the documentary, viewers were introduced to a teenager cancer survivor named Gavin Avizzo. Michael first met Gavin Avizzo in 2000 through a comedy club owner, James Madison, and the two became close friends since then. But before we continue, we need to take a look at Gavin's family history. Back in 1998, Gavin's parents, Janet and David Avizzo, was involved in a shoplifting incident at JCPenney. According to reports, the family was caught stealing clothing, leading to an altercation with security guards where Janet and David were arrested, but the charges was eventually dropped. Soon after, the family filed a lawsuit against JCPenney. In later versions of the lawsuit, Janet claimed that she was sexually harassed by the security guard during the incident. Despite not officially making that accusation, the case was eventually settled for over $150,000. Years later, during the Michael Jackson 2005 trial, Janet admitted under oath that she has lied multiple times in previous legal proceedings. Even her ex-husband David also claimed that she encouraged the family to exaggerate stories for money. These credibility issues will later become a major problem for prosecutors during the Michael Jackson case. Now, back to Neverland. According to many accounts, David and his brother wanted to sleep in Michael's bedroom during the visit at Neverland Ranch. Michael agreed, but an associate close to Jackson later claimed that he was uncomfortable with the family and believed that Janet was overly pushy. Frank Cassio, the man that is accusing him now of sexual misconduct, one of Michael's longtime friends, later claimed that Michael also allowed the boys to stay over if all other adults were present in the room. Then came the Bashir documentary. When Living with Michael Jackson aired in 2003, the backlash was immediate. One of the biggest controversies came when Michael admitted that children had slept in his bedroom and described it as a loving gesture. The documentary was also implied that Gavin slept in Michael's bed, creating outrage across the world. Michael's team quickly accused Bashir of manipulating footage and leaving out important context and details of that clip.
You sleep and you're sharing it with another.
You said you can have my bed if you want. Sleep in it. I'll sleep on the floor. It's yours. Always give the best to the company, you know.
They released unaired clips showing Bashir praising Michael privately and acting far friendlier off camera than he appeared in the final documentary. Soon after the documentary aired, the Los Angeles Department of Children and Services launches an investigation into Michael's and Gavin's relationship. At first, the Avizzo family defended Michael completely. They denied any abuse that had happened and publicly praised him for helping Gavin through cancer. But months later, everything changed. By mid-2003, Gavin accused Michael Jackson of molestation. The family claimed the abuse happened between February and March of 2003, during the same time Michael was under intense public scrutiny from the Bashir documentary. The Avizzo family also claimed that they were being held captive at Neverland Ranch, but the defense would later challenge those claims by presenting evidence that the family went on shopping sprees, traveled outside of Neverland, met with lawyers on multiple different occasions, and continued to praise Michael publicly during the same period. Defense attorney Thomas Micheal argued that the family's timeline and statements constantly changed. In 2003, the authorities raided Neverland Ranch, searching for any evidence against Michael Jackson that could pin him as a PDF. Days later, Michael surrendered to the authorities and was charged with multiple felony counts, including child molestation and administering alcohol to a minor. These cases became one of the biggest celebrity trials ever, but during the 2005 trial, the defense aggressively attacked the credibility of the Avizzo family, pointing out contradictions in their testimony, changing timelines, and Janet Avizzo admitting history of lying under oath. And after many months of testimony, the jury found Michael Jackson not guilty on all counts. But even though he was acquitted, the allegation permanently damaged his reputation and changed his life forever.